Okay, so you're just gonna preheat your oven to 425. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So preheat your oven and put your cast iron in the oven and let it start preheating. Okay, so I have some discard that was in the fridge, so it's kind of cold. I have my oven preheating. I have my cast iron in there. I'm not gonna use all this because I also need to discard from Frodo. Okay. Got a measuring spoon. Okay, not sure how much you saw, but I pulled discard from Frodo. So now I'm gonna put some garlic powder, some dried minced onions, and some of this Italian seasoning, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix it all up in there. And that's gonna be our pizza dough. Ooh, that's a lot of red pepper flakes. Hold on. Yeah, okay, that's a lot of red pepper flakes, but that's fine because we enjoyed it yesterday. Okay. Dried mixed onions. And you do not have to add any. Oh my god. Ow! You don't have to add any seasoning if you don't want to. I do. I even when I make my pizza dough in my bread machine, or I make pizza dough in my KitchenAid, doesn't matter. I always season my dough. I think it adds an extra depth of flavor. So this. Okay. And that's pizza dough. So once my oven preheats, I will pull my cast iron out and we will go from there. Okay, so now where the heck is my oven mitt? Okay. Oh. Want to say bye, Nana? Say bye, Nana. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Oh. Oh. It's hot. Okay. I did coconut oil yesterday, but we're going to do avocado oil today. So we're just going to... I know that seems like a lot, but I'm going to be honest with you. I had like a tablespoon and a half left in this bottle. So we're just going to use it up. Say Nana. Sorry, my kids are on the phone with my mom. So that's a whole conversation. You know what? I don't. Okay. I was gonna use a paper towel to move this around, but ugh. I know. I should get a bristle brush. I really want to. Do you know how expensive those things are? I can't find a cheap one. They're all pricey. Like, the plastic ones aren't bad, but when I'm doing stuff like this, ooh, no, did I melt my bowl? No. Okay. So we have our mixed sourdough. Did you hear I love you? I love you. Bye. Okay, plan another time for a call. Okay. Love you, Mom. Yeah, I'll be trying to record some videos. I usually sleep during the games. Love you, Mom. Bye. Okay, so now you're just gonna spread this out. Okay. It starts cooking right away. So you have to spread it out. Now we're gonna put it back in the oven for 10 minutes, and that'll cook this up. Since I use a little bit more because I have a huge pan, like I said, this is a 12 or 14. I think this is a 14-inch pan. I use a little bit more, so it's hard to guesstimate it. But again, you can put it in for a few more minutes if you don't like as chewy of a crust. My kids are cool to chewy crust. They don't like a super thin, crispy crust, so this will work. 10 minutes. Now that it's come out of the oven, it did spend a couple extra minutes in there. I was dealing with some kid stuff, but it was only in there for like maybe 2 extra minutes. Okay, we're just gonna put some sauce on it. I don't have pizza sauce, but that's okay because honestly, their pizza sauce is really good. The rustic one, whichever one's really chunky with tomatoes. But this one's really good too, the roasted garlic. So we're gonna use that. Also, before I put the cheese and pepperoni on, I like to put chunks of tomato on. I didn't feel like dicing an onion, so I'm not putting an onion on. But I am gonna put chunks of diced onion all over it, and then pepperoni, and then cheese, and that'll be the pizza I'm making. You could do whatever toppings you want. This is just what I like. I just some mozzarella, so I can rip it up and put it on there. Okay, so back in the oven for 10 minutes. I'm gonna check it at 10, and If I think the cheese is melted nice, then I will turn off the oven and broil it for a couple minutes to get that bubbly, cheese. So we'll come back when it's done. Okay, so I like bubbly cheese like this. It might not be for you, and you don't have to broil yours afterwards. But when I tell you I am so ready to dig in, this is the aftermath. And honestly, aside from me taking my sweet time going back and forth between my kids in the kitchen, this really doesn't take more than 20 minutes. I would say 25, depending how fast your oven heats up. Mine heats up pretty quickly, and I think that's only because it's a new oven. So maybe my old oven would have taken longer, but my new one heats up relatively quickly. It's one of those ones with the fans in it. Not convention, whatever. It heats up really fast. So this is your sign to make, if you have sourdough, if not, start sourdough, use a discard, a sourdough pizza in your cast iron, banging. I need to get another giant pan, maybe one of those big rectangle ones, because my family loves sourdough pizza, and this is super easy without having to do the whole dough and the rise, just bing, bang, boom. Highly recommend.